Yeah, sorry guys. So whenever the session is going on, please be mute by yourself, everyone. In case if you want to be speak anything, you can make with the unmute and then you can start speaking it here. Okay. And while session is going on, if anyone is facing with the issues related to the voice or anything, just you guys can rejoin the meeting that will resolve with the issues here. Okay. Right. So let's get started. So before getting started, let me give a brief information about my profile. Okay. Right. So myself is Suresh, which I'll be taking care about with the RPA training. Right. I'm having with the 11 years of IT experience, which will include like manual testing and automation testing. So most of my career is working with the different kind of the automation tools only. Currently, I was working with the one of the MNC company as a working with the Blue Prism project here. Okay, I'm having with the very rich experience getting working with the different kind of automation tools here. And coming to this RPA, I'm having with the 2 years of experience working with the RPA automation tools here. Okay, right, fine. So if we take with the today's session, okay. So if we take with the today's session, we'll not be taking any technical things here. Okay. I will not be discussing any of the technical things here. We'll get understand that what exactly mean by this RPA. Okay. And how exactly the market will be there for the RPA. And we'll get understand that what exactly the things we'll be discussing in our whole training here. Okay. So I'll be giving a clear overview of what exactly mean by this RPA and how exactly our training will be done and how the market will be there, which you will be getting that particular details here. Okay, right. Let's look into that. So this is what agenda of the today's session here. We'll be getting understanding that what exactly mean by this RPA and what exactly the RPA tools are available in a market and why we required with the RPA, and at the same time who can join this particular course and how the job market will be there and what exactly the course content will be doing it. So we'll be getting with the clear picture about these two details here. So this is what exact agenda of the today's session here. Okay. Next. So first, let's get started. What exactly mean by this RPA here? Okay. So if I'm taking with the common definition point of view, we are mentioning that RPA is nothing but robotic process automation. Okay. So if I'm taking with the RPA, it is mentioning that robotic process automation. That means whenever we are getting implemented with the automation, this automation will be getting implemented for one particular process with the help of the robot. So let's understand in detail what exactly mean by this. As part of the definition, it is mentioning the robotic process automation. Okay, but what exactly mean by this now? So here mentioning the robotic process automation. Okay, right. So here, if I'm taking with the IT industry, in a IT industry, from the very long back, automation is available, right? So if we take with the some of the projects, most of the projects already getting implemented with the automation here. And in a market also, lot of automation tools are available from the very long back here, right? But suddenly nowadays, last from 1 year or 1.5 years, most of the time we are able to hear with the new terminology mentioning with the RPA here. So if we look into the market before 2 years or 2.5 years, nobody knows about with the tool name of RPA here, right? But suddenly nowadays, most of the time in everywhere, the people are able to see with the name called as a RPA here, right? So what exactly this is? It's not like in a new thing here. RPA means it's not like any new technology, or it's not like any new experiment here. Okay. So the simple concept we can understand that it is also one kind of automation here, or we can say that one kind of automation tool here. Okay. So what exactly you are getting automated is you are getting automating with particular process, and this process you are getting automated with the help of the robotic. Why specifically it is mentioning with the robotic? Okay, why specifically it is mentioning with the robotic is, as a human being, okay, as a human being, while interacting with the system, okay, as a human being while interacting with the system, how we are interacting it, in a similar manner our software robot also will be interacting. As an example, take mouse over or keyboard events. Whenever we are working with the mouse, we'll be taking left click or right click, or we'll take keyboard actions. So as a normal human being, how we are interacting with the system, in a similar manner, our software robot also will be interacting. So because of that reason, specifically it is mentioning as a robotic here. Okay, so rather than we are doing it, the same activity our software robot will be doing it here. Okay, so understand that RPA is nothing but it is a one kind of automation only, but it is clearly mentioning that this automation is related to get automated one particular process with the help of the robot here. Okay, so still if I'm taking with the robot, we can say that it will be equal to the one human being here. As a human being, how we are interacting with the system, in a similar manner our robot will be interacting. Robo means it's not like any hardware robo. We are not defining any hardware robo. Just we are developing with the one software robo only, so that it will be interacting with the system. We can say that one human being will be equal to one robo, and one robo will be equal to one system. Okay, and we can say that one system will be equal to the one bot here. So robo and a bot both are RPA terminology. Most of the time in interviews, every guys will be getting in a question mentioning that like how many bots we have been developed it in our project here. Nothing but how many software robots we have been developed it here. Okay, so for now you can get understand that one human being will be equal to one robo, and one robo will be equal to the one system, and one system will be equal to the one bot here. Okay, right. Now we are saying that RPA means robotic process automation. It is clearly mentioning that process automation. So what exactly the exact meaning of process automation? Okay, that means take an example of any of the projects. Take an example of data entry projects here. Most of the time, all the people are aware of it with the data entry projects, right? If I'm taking any data entry projects, if I'm taking with any of the data entry employee, what he will be doing every day, he need to be come to the office. Once he was coming to the office, he will be opening with the system, and then he will be opening with the one Excel, right? So what he will be doing is he will be opening with the one Excel. After that, he will be reading with the data from the Excel here. Okay, So which it will be reading with the data from the Excel here, right? Opening with the Excel, reading with the data from the Excel, right? So opening with the Excel and then reading with the data from Excel, and this data enter into application, and after that making with the validation. Okay, so making with the validation. Just a second, guys. Yes, sorry guys. So we are opening with the Excel file, right? And then you are reading with the data from the Excel file. Okay, you are taking with the read activity, and after that entering into the application, taking with the validation, and then generating one report here. So if I'm taking a role of data entry guy, every day he need to be come to the office, opening with the Excel file, reading the data from Excel, and that data enter into the application, make some validations, and finally generating one report here. Right. Now for this, we are maintaining some employees here. If you assume that if I'm taking with the employees, either they are working for 1 day, or they are working for 6 months, or they are working for 1 year. Every day they will be performing with the same activity. There is no difference in that. The only difference is this Excel part will be getting changing it. Apart from that, whatever the activities they are doing it, that part will be the same here. It means they're doing very repeated activity, right? So that's how RPA has been came into the picture. Okay. So what exactly RPA is mentioning is, boss, you are maintaining some 10 employees for doing with the repeated activity. Whatever 10 employees are doing, every day they are coming, opening Excel file, reading data from Excel, enter into application, taking validation, and then generating report. So for doing this repeated activity every day, you are maintaining 10 employees. Now what RPA is mentioning is, rather than you are maintaining 10 employees, reduce your headcount into the 5 employees only. Okay, and the remaining 5 employees work, your robots will be doing it. Okay, what exactly your employees are doing it? The same work my robot will be doing it. What my software robot can do is, it will be opening with the Excel file, and then it will read with the data from Excel, that it will enter into the application, taking with the validation, and then generating the report. So this is one repeated process we are getting automated here. Okay, so that is how it is mentioning that process automation here. Okay, still if required, you can take in one more example of BPO projects. Most of the time you guys heard about with the BPO projects. If I'm taking with the BPO projects, under the BPO projects, I will be getting with the two different kind of projects. One I will be taking voice related, and one I will be taking non-voice related. If I'm taking with the voice related means you have to be attempt the call. But if I'm taking with the non-voice related, either you need to be replying for the email, or you need to be replying to the chat window. Nowadays, most of the customer care maintaining with the chat windows, right? Okay. Once the customer is typing any question in the chat window, from other side, employee has to be replied. That means we are maintaining most of the employees just to get provided with the reply for the very repeated questions here. If we take any customer care, you will be having some common repeated questions, right? So to provide an answers for that repeated questions, we are taking with the help of the employees. So rather than doing that, we can get implemented with the robo here. For that example, you can take with the best example is banking projects. Nowadays, most of the banking projects, okay, most of the banking projects got implementing with the RPA technology. If I take an example of HDFC Bank, okay, to get understand that how exactly this RPA technology is helping is, just go to this HDFC Bank website here. Okay, once you go to this website, here you are able to see with the option is Ask Eva. Previously, this option is not available. Once RPA technology has been came into the market, then this feature has been got implemented into the most of the banking website. You can take HDFC, ICICI Bank, Citibank. These are the major banks got implemented with the RPA technology. You can see here, if I click on it, it is mentioning that my name is Eva and I am chatbot. It is clearly mentioning that I am a chatbot here. We already mentioned that one bot is equal to one system is equal to one robo is equal to one human being. Nothing but that this chatbot is equal to one human being. You can see here. I'm just typing in a hi. You can see that giving in a reply. There is no any other person here. My bot is replying it. I'm typing it address. Okay, I'm typing it address. Oh, I've done the spell mistake, right? Okay, then it is asking that please provide the name of the branch here. Then you will be providing the branch. Then you will be giving the branch details here. We can see that giving the list of the branch details. So previously the bank guys are maintaining with the employees to provide the reply in the chart window. Now that got replaced with the help of the software robo here. Okay, it's not like we guys are developing this kind of robots. We are not developing this kind of robots. Just to understand the RPA technology, I'm giving this example here. Okay, so the main objective of the RPA is, it may be any work or it may be any kind of projects. It may be banking projects, insurance projects, manufacturing projects, any projects. If you're doing some repeated activity, to get automated that repeated activity, it will be taking with the help of the RPA here. Okay, so in a simple manner, we can get understood while working with the any of the projects or any of the domains. In case if you are performing any repeated activities, to get automated that repeated activities, it will be taking with the help of the RPA here. So that is what mentioning the robotic process automation here. Okay, right. Now, while working with the RPA, it's not like an RPA is one single tool. Okay, whenever you are working with the RPA means it's not like in a tool name here. Under RPA, we are having with the different type of tools out there. Okay, under RPA, we are having with the different tools out there. So which we can say that RPA tools here. Okay, so if I'm taking with the RPA tools, one it will be mentioning the Blue Prism. Okay, one it will be mentioning the Blue Prism, right? And one it will be mentioning the Automation Anywhere, and one it will be mentioning the UiPath, and one it will be mentioning the OpenSpan. Okay, I have been given only 4 tools here. Okay, but apart from these 4 tools, in a market, we are having lot of tools out there. It's not like only 4 things here. Okay. So in the market, we are having lot of other tools out there, but basically most of the RPA market, right? Most of the RPA market has been occupied with these tools here. Okay. So most of the RPA market has been occupied with these tools here. Okay, and in these tools also the major market has been occupied with these 2 things. One is Blue Prism, another one is Automation Anywhere. You can search in a Naukri or any of the job portals. Most of the time you will be able to see the openings for the Blue Prism and Automation Anywhere here. Okay, and still if I comparing these 2 things, nowadays the major market is moving into the Blue Prism. Okay, so because of the security features available in Blue Prism, most of the market is moving into the Blue Prism. Okay, if we look into the most of the banking projects, or generally you can search in a Google. Previously, Citibank got implemented Automation Anywhere, but in production environment they are getting some issues here. Because of that reason, they are migrating all Automation Anywhere projects into the Blue Prism here. So because of the major security features available in Blue Prism, nowadays most of the features, most of the projects getting implemented with the Blue Prism here. Okay, so in future also we can get expect with the more market for this particular tool here. Okay, but for you guys, for getting in a job on RPA, it's not like mandatory that you need to be get learn with the all the tools here. Okay, it's not like mandatory that you need to be learn with the all RPA tools here. Any one RPA tool will be the more enough here. So based on your comfortable, based on your requirement, whatever the tool you want to be get learn it, you can get learn with any of the tool here. Okay, right. Now, if I'm taking with the RPA market, or if I'm taking with the RPA designation, okay, the major designations they will be having 2 things here. One is RPA architect. Okay, one is RPA architect. Another one is RPA developer. Okay, all you guys will be acting as a RPA developer. RPA architect is more higher level. The people having like 10 years experience or 15 years experience, or the people having some domain experience, requirement gathering, those kind of peoples will be going into the RPA architect level. Okay, RPA developer is normal level here. Okay, so all our guys will be considering an RPA developer. Even though name has been mentioned as a developer, it's not like that we are making coding activities. We are not making any of the coding activities, or we are not performing any of the programming activities. Okay, so if I'm taking with the prerequisite, okay, so here in all the RPA automation tools, I will be taking care of the Blue Prism. Okay, so I will be taking care about with the Blue Prism. So I'm the part of the trainer for the Blue Prism here. Okay, so your training will be done with the Blue Prism here. Now to get learn with the Blue Prism, or if I'm taking with the RPA, to get learn with the RPA or Blue Prism, any prerequisites are there? If we discuss about with the prerequisite to learn with the Blue Prism tool, we don't have any prerequisite here. As a freshers can learn it, as experienced guys can learn it, the people having some other domain experience or other technology experience, anyone want to be get started with the career in RPA, they can get started learning with the Blue Prism tool here. Because While working with the Blue Prism tool, there is no concept of the coding or there is no concept of the programming. Everything is just a drag and drop here. Okay, it's just a drag and drop only. According to the requirement, it will be taking with the drag and drop. If you see here, this is how it will be having with the UI of the Blue Prism here. If I'm taking an example here, okay, if I'm taking an example, just I'm opening with the one of the software robots which already we developed here. Now if we look into this, you can see here, just I'm taking drag and drop. Okay, everything is a drag and drop only here. There is no concept of making any programming or anything. Just everything you will be taking this drag and drop, and then you have to be take with the connectivities. Okay, so to get learn with the Blue Prism, or if you want to be work with the Blue Prism, we don't have any prerequisite here. The people who want to be get started their career with RPA, they can get started learning with the Blue Prism. Okay, so clear up to this. Any clarification from here till the part? Everyone clear about with the details? Right. Now let's understand about with the what exactly the details we will be getting learning with the Blue Prism. Okay, so what exactly you guys will be trained in the Blue Prism is I will be getting started from very basic level, and then it will be getting ending with the advanced level. That means the very first thing we will be discussing about with the tool overview. Okay, tool overview, and we'll be discussing about with the tool installation. Okay, so first you will be getting understanding about with the tool overview, and then we'll be discussing about with the tool installation. Okay, that means whenever I'm taking with the Blue Prism tool, these are the different major tabs I will be having. First, I will be giving the details, what is the purpose of these particular tabs. I will be getting overview of what are the features are there in each and every tab. And after that, we'll be discussing about with the tool installation. So related to the tool installation, I have been already prepared on the installation document here. So how exactly the installation need to be done, what are the steps need to be followed, including with the screenshot, I have been documented one material here. So you will be getting that particular document. Based on that document, by your own, you guys can get installed with the tool here. And at the same time, license also will be getting provided. So all the RPA tools are licensed tools only. It's not like an open source tool here. And that license also, it's not like getting expire in 1 month or 2 months here. Minimum of we will be getting with the 2 years license, we will be having it. So till that particular time, you will be able to get started practicing it. It's not like restricted only 2 years, but minimum we are mentioning that till the time of 2 years, you will be able to get working that tool here. And after that also, still if required, you will be able to continue with the same license only here. Okay, so that how we need to be get with the installation, what are the softwares we have been required, everything I'll be taking with the one particular session. You will be getting understanding that how the installation need to be done here. Okay, so once it got completed with the installation part, once it got an overview about with the tool. Okay, so next it will be getting started with the discussing about with the stages here. What exactly mean by stages is, whenever we are working with this Blue Prism, we told that everything is a drag and drop, right? All these things are considering in a stages. Okay, so all these things are considering in a stages. For example, we need to be understand what is the functionality of this read stage, what is the functionality of write stage, what is the functionality of navigate stage. Okay, one by one, you will be getting understanding that what is the functionality of each and every particular stages. So first, you guys will be getting very comfortable what exactly the functionality of each and every stages. Once you are clear about it, once we are clear about with the individual stages, in the next level, which I will be discussing about with the end-to-end flow here. Okay, so how exactly one end-to-end hierarchy will be doing it whenever we are working with the real time, from where it will be getting started and where the project will be releasing it, how exactly the end flow will be done, that will be discussing it. Okay, so by this major part will get completed here, and after that we'll be getting discussing about with the one more concept that we will be mentioning, that surface automation. Okay, I'll be taking with the one more part that we will be taking with the surface automation. So what exactly mean by this is, for now you can understand in a very simple manner working with the images. Take the best example is captcha. Till now, we don't have any automation tool to get automated with the captcha here, because captcha is considering in a one image. From the image, we have to be read with the data. In most of the automation tools, we don't have the possibility to read with the data from the image here. Now, with the help of the technique of surface automation, we can get achieve that part also. Okay, we can read with the data from the image also. So how we can perform that activities, that will be learning in the surface automation. Okay, right. And after that, once this part has been completed, then we'll be discussing about with the one Windows application. So the whole training will be getting covered. One web application will be discussing it, and one Windows application also will be discussing it. Okay, so by that, I will be getting very comfortable with the help of the Blue Prism, how exactly we can get automated any of the web applications, and at the same time, how exactly we can get automated with the Windows applications. Both the things we will be getting with the clear picture. Okay, and apart from that, we will be discussing about with the some extra features also, so that we can say that working with the PDF files, and which it will be working with the user roles. I mean, creating with the multiple users, working with the Word file or Notepad file, anything. All some extra activities or Blue Prism coding standards, all those things will be getting discussing it. Okay, so this is in a very high level manner which we will be discussing about with our course content. Okay, so first we'll be getting starting with the tool overview, and then we will be taking tool installation. Once everyone is started getting installing with the tool, then we'll be getting understanding the functionality of the individual stages. Then we will be starting developing with the end-to-end flows, and after that we'll be taking surface automation, and then we will be taking with the Windows application, and then we'll be discussing about extra features. And the whole training is, it's not like in a theory class or not like in a practical class. Okay, so no concept of theory and no concept of a practical or anything. The day one itself will be considered as a project testing. That means project training. So we'll be taking with the one particular project, we'll get understand that how we can get automated that particular project. Nothing but how we can get automated that particular application. So by that, in real time, whenever the people are working with the Blue Prism, what exactly the concepts they will be following it, what exactly the standards they will be following it, all that particular details will be getting learning. Okay, so we are getting started from very basic level and then it will be closing to the very advanced level. So by the end of the training, I can say you that you guys will be getting very comfortable to get automated any kind of application with the help of the Blue Prism. Okay, so that was our main objective of the training, right? Now, if I'm taking this Blue Prism, okay, so if I'm taking this Blue Prism, you can see here, I'm mentioning that there is no concept of any programming and coding, right? So how exactly it will be working here? So to see in a sample example, this is already have been developed one small robo here. So what exactly this robo is, in case if I'm executing this particular robo, it will start opening with the application, typing username and password, performing some keyboard actions also, and then taking with the enter, selecting with the value from the drop down, searching an employee ID, and then it will be taking logout, close the application, and then stopping with the execution. Okay, now we can see how it is working. Okay, so let's get run it just to see that how the robo is working on it. This is already I developed it. So in our training, you guys will be learning it how exactly these things need to be done. Let's click on the run here. Now we can see that you're able to see highlighting yellow color opening the application. So application got open, taking with the login activities. It is taking with the login activities, and then once login has been completed, okay, so once login has been completed, selecting with the value from the drop down, okay, selecting with the value from the drop down, it got selected employee ID, then it will be typing with the employee ID, okay, and then searching an employee, it will be searching an employee will get searched, and after that taking with the logout and then closing with the browser, taking with the logout, close the browser, and then end activity. Okay, so this is what it will be taking one particular flow, or it will be taking with the one particular process, and then it will be getting automated. So that is what it will be getting implemented. Now if we see here, there is no concept of coding, no concept of the programming. Just everything it will be taking with the drag and drop of these stages, and then you need to be okay. You need to be take with the drag and drop of these stages, and then which it will be taking with the connectivities here. So once you know that how we can take with the connectivity of these particular flows, that will be the more enough. Okay, so this is how exactly the tool will be working here. Right now, to get understand our training in a very simple manner. Okay, so to make our training in a very flexible, to make in a very simple manner, the whole course have been divided into the different kind of modules here. Just for our easy understanding part, to make with the course will be the very comfortable, the whole part have been divided into the different kind of the module wise. Now we can see that how exactly you will be learning that module wise here. Okay, right. So first is RPA. We are very clear on it. RPA is nothing but taking with the automation of any of the process with the help of the one robot. Specifically, it is mentioning robo is as a human being, how we are performing click activities or mouse over or select. In a similar manner, robo also will be doing with the same thing. Okay. Next, you can see process done manually. Whenever manually the human beings are working it, rather than taking with the help of the human beings, we can take with the help of the software robots. Human being is getting interacting with the multiple applications. In a similar manner, this our software robo is getting interacting with the multiple applications. Okay, next, these are the major RPA tools available in the market. The major market is leading with the two tools. One we can say that Blue Prism, and one is Automation Anywhere. These are the major tools leading into the market. And apart from that, according to the some specific project requirement, the people will be getting working with other tools also here. Okay. Next, who exactly joined this course here? So no concept of like it's related to for only for freshers or inexperienced. Any people. It may be freshers or it may be experienced. The people already having some Java background, .NET background, or anything. The concept is whoever the guys are interested to get started their career in RPA, then they can get started working with the Blue Prism. No concept of programming skills and no concept of coding skills, and there is no prerequisite. Anyone can easily learn with this particular tool here. Okay. So this is why we have to be learn with the Blue Prism. This is already guys are aware of that. Going forward, we can expect with the more market for the RPA and specific to the packages in this blueprint. Domain, this retail banking, insurance, industrial, any of the banking sectors or hospitality, most of the sectors are getting implemented here. Right? And this is what the module wise we have been divided our whole course here. In a module 1, it will be understanding about overview about RPA. Module 2, it will be understanding about different type of stages. Module 3, it will be taking with the end-to-end process. Module 4, it will be taking about surface automation. Module 5, it will be taking with the Windows application, and Module 6, it will be taking with the additional features here. Okay, and then this is the in detail. If I'm taking with the module 1, majorly it will be understanding about what exactly this RPA is getting difference between other automation tools and then RPA automation tools here. Okay, so that what I will be understanding it, and moreover we need to be discuss about with the RPA life cycle. Like when you take any software, you will be having SDLC, software development life cycle. In a similar manner, you will be having with the RPA life cycle also, that you will be understanding that what exactly that RPA life cycle in the module 1. And then module 2, working with the different kind of the stages according to the requirement, how we need to be get work with the different kind of stages, that we will be discussing it. Okay, and after that we will be taking about with the module 3, that we will be taking with the end-to-end. You can see how we are taking with the integrations according to the requirement. We'll be taking with the integrations here. Okay, next we will be taking with the surface automation, nothing but working with the images and then keyboard actions. Module 5, working with the Windows applications. Module 6, some additional features like PDF files and then schedule activities, user roles, and then coding standards. Blue Prism standards. All these things will be discussing. If we take with the whole picture, module 1 is overview of RPA. Module 2, working different stages. Module 3, end-to-end flow. Module 4, surface automation. And then module 5, Windows application. And then module 6, additional features. Okay, so this is what I will be taking with the whole overview about our training here. We are getting started from very basic level, and then it will be closing to the advanced level. So I can say you that by the end of the training, you guys will be getting very comfortable to work with the tool. If anyone is mentioning that to get automate any application with the help of the Blue Prism, you guys will be able very comfortable to get automate with any of the application with the help of the Blue Prism. Okay, right. So this is already I show you that there is just an stages drag and drop only here. Okay. So this is about with the all the details related to the RPA part and related to our course related here. Okay. So now let me know that if anyone having any sort of questions, you can just ask it. Okay. I mean, you can to speak it, just you can make with the unmute and then you can just start speaking it. If you guys are having any sort of questions, you can get started asking it. So everyone is clear? No more questions here?
So I have 12 years of experience into .NET technologies.
Okay.
And I want to start my career into RPA.
Right.
So how is the career path and what I need to do?
So as you are having with almost 12 years experience, so how we need to be get planners? So you need to be get plan like mentioning like you have been managing with an RPA project, like lead role. So rather than saying that you got implemented with the RPA project, they will be saying that you have been handling with the team with the RPA here. And the two, how you will be mentioning is you have 12 years experience, right? So in that 12 years, you will be telling that 10 years will be your .NET only. And the current 2 years, you have been working with the RPA. So that's how you need to be explained in the part of interview. Because coming to the RPA, we cannot keep more than 2 years. 2 years. The max experience will be suggesting only 1 year only. But if people are comfortable, you guys can say that having with the 2 years experience. So in total of 12 years, mentioning that 10 years is your .NET experience and the current 2 years will be the RPA experience. So like that you need to be mention it. By that it will become very easy for getting into the new roles or for getting with the good packages also.
So this course is enough to uh, prove that I have 2 years of experience into
Yes,
RPA.
yes. This part will be the more enough. Okay, so because once my all the things, it's not like an just an overview we are doing it. It's like in a more practical oriented here, and you guys will be getting with the some assignments here. Okay, so that part also already have been prepared. So you guys will be getting this list of document. So I have been given one sheet assignments like for the practice purpose lab sheet here. Day to day, each and every day, according to the concept wise, whatever the concepts we are discussing it. So based on that particular concept, you will be getting some assignments here. So by that, you can get started working on those things here. So once your guys are getting working on these things, then at last, by the end of the training, you will be getting with the very good learning part on the tool. So by that, in interviews or if you are taken with the implementation in the real-time projects, you guys will be able to get implemented here. So I can see you that very easily. You guys can keep it the 2 years experience here. Okay.
And how long is the course is?
It will be taking like in a 25 to 30 hours. Generally, we'll be mentioning that 25 hours. If required, we'll be saying that minimum of 25 to 30 hours daily 1 hour session.
So it's a weekend course or weekdays also you are.
As for now, it is a regular course only. In case if you guys are having with the specific requirement for the weekend part, you can get spoke with the respective guys. Those guys will update you on it. Okay.
Okay, and what is the course fee for all
All
this?
those details, yeah, all those details you will be getting from Durga of the respective spoke is there. Okay.
Hi,
So
this is
that guy
Durga.
will be getting in touch with us.
Hi, this is Durga. You can contact me, Sami. I'm available in chat, so I'll ping you and please provide me your contact number. Tomorrow I'll call you.
Will you provide the
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Will you be providing any real-time project case studies during this course?
Yeah, I mean, case studies means it's not like an original case studies here. So while working with the real time, whenever I have been working it, so what exactly I have been implemented with the Blue Prism project, whatever the documents we need to be prepared, it, how the things need to be done. So those details I will be providing it here.
Can we mention those projects or those case studies in our resume?
No, for the resume purpose, you can mention it, and I'll be looking into our profile. So based on your any of your previous experience on that, we'll be giving some other projects. So that resume prep part will be taking care of it once your training has been completed. We'll be guiding on that, how exactly need to be keep the projects. So those details will be mentioning it.
Okay. How is the career scope for RPA at the moment and for
So we
next 2 years?
So you can say that general mark, it's not like I'm talking about RPA. Generally, you guys can easily compare it with the IT market. Whenever any new automation tools has been came into the market, so that automation tools minimum they will be maintaining within the market of 8 to 10 years here. Okay. So if I'm talking about with the testing point of view, the very one market Windrunner has been came in a very starting days. After that QTP has been came. After that Selenium has been came. So now the RPA has been came. So any automation tool, the major market we can expect like in a minimum of 8 years here, 8 to 10 years.
Okay, thank you. What's the major difference between Blue Prism and Automation Anywhere? Which one has the upper hand?
So for now, for the current market, as Blue Prism got in a new version, that is currently version 6 is going on the current version, but most of the companies are working with the version 5 only. So once this version 5 has been came into the market, we are getting with the more features. So for that particular thing, the more market is moving into the Blue Prism only. Previously, we are having Automation Anywhere only, but at that time, Blue Prism is having version 3, version 4. But once version 5 has been came into the market, the major market is moving into the Blue Prism. And moreover, once we are learning with the Blue Prism, learning with any other RPA tools will be the self-explanatory here. You guys can easily learn with any other RPA tools. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So any certification is there for RPA or Prism?
Yes. So for RPA, we are having again different kind of the certifications here. The very certification will be the basic certification. You will be having it, which is mentioning as a RPA developer here. Okay, so that you need to be get from the Blue Prism company here. So first we need to be get registered with the Blue Prism portal, and after that you will be getting eligible to get start with the certification, and then we can take with the certification. First, it will be taken with the basic certification of RPA developer. After that, if required, it will be taken with the advanced level of RPA developer, and apart from that, RPA architect level. So we are having in a different type of certifications on it.
And how is it different from Selenium?
So Selenium is the total. So see, Selenium is also like an automation tool only, but we can say that that is a testing tool here. If I take with the Selenium, is it is like in a testing part. But if I'm taking with the RPA, RPA is not like in a testing tool here. Okay, it is also automation only, but it is clearly mentioning that process automation here. But how the market is moving is most of our IT market. I mean, most of the clients, what they are doing is because of this competition and because of getting with the more IT projects into the companies, rather than working the Selenium, QTP, all the testing tools, they are telling that the same thing we can get implemented with the RPA in a very easy manner. Because if I'm taking Selenium, you require programming knowledge of Java. But what Selenium is doing it, the same activity we can get implemented with the RPA without making any coding activities here. So that it will save your time and everything. So because of that reason, testing point of view, most of the automation projects are moving into the RPA. Okay. So is that clear?
In which field mainly we use RPA? What are the process automation where it is used mostly?
So here, for now, most of initially it is getting started with the major things with the banking projects here, and after that it has been moved into the instance projects, and then now slowly it is moving into the manufacturing projects here. We don't have any specific criteria. So if I'm taking Blue Prism, you can get work with the Windows applications, web applications, mainframe applications, or any domain, banking domain or insurance domain, manufacturing domain, supply management domain, hospitality domain, any kind of projects you will be able to get implemented. We don't have any specific rule and we don't have any specific condition like RPA need to be get implemented only this domain here. We don't have that criteria. Okay.
Like we are developing some project into .NET, Java, or any
Right.
language. Can it be automated into RPA? Or?
Yes. This is totally irrespective of the technology. Development technology, it may be anything. It may be Java, it may be .NET or SAP, anything. So coming to the RPA automation, it will not bother about your application got developed in which technology. It may be get developed in any of the technology. You will be able to get automate with the help of the RPA here. Okay. It is totally independent of the technology. Is it clear?
So any cloud version of Blue Prism is available?
No, we don't have that concept. So cloud concept is not there. So it's like we need to be get installed with the tool manually. No concept of accessing from the cloud or implementing with the cloud part. So that concept is not there.
Okay, we can only implement the process.
Right. So this is nothing but what it is saying that in your environment, whatever the repeated activities you guys are doing it, to doing repeated activities rather than maintaining with the resources that you can get automated with the help of the RPA.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
So moreover, it's like in a simple concept. Generally, most of the people are assuming that as this robust concept has been came into the picture, jobs are winding up. It's not like that. So what it is doing is it is getting winding up with the non-IT projects and creating with the opportunities into the IT. So if I'm taking data entry, just best example we can take data entry. Previously, we are maintaining a lot of non-IT employees for taking data entry. Now that data entry guy got automated with the help of the robot. So to get implemented with the robot, we required one RPA developer. So that got creating with the job opportunities. So that is also the concept here. So any more technical questions from any other persons? Okay. So in case if you guys don't have any other questions, we'll be exiting from the meeting. For any other things, okay. So for any other information, what exactly have been required, so you can get touch with the Durga. So she'll be giving with all the respective things here. Okay. So clear everyone, guys?
Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Okay then. Thanks everyone. Thanks for attending.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Good night.
Night.